Hi. His name is Nervous Ned. And boy, has he got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, presented by Cavalier, the great new king-size cigarette. Yes, king-size Cavalier cigarettes present America's #1 panel show, I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thanks very, very much. You're very kind. And greetings again to you out there, my friends. Welcome to a special Thanksgiving version of I've Got a Secret, a Snoopy sort of game in which we poke about for the real truth about some very nice people. Tonight we have information about the private lives of these folk. They're going to try to keep that information secret from our panel. Now let's meet our panel. To begin with, there is Bill Cullen, and then there's Jane Meadows, and Henry Ticklish Morgan, and back from California, we missed you last week, Faye Emerson. That is our panel. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to introduce you to our first contestant with tonight's first secret. First, though, may I ask, have you ever noticed how many days you go along without any change in routine, without anything different happening, without meeting anybody new? Well, if you like to meet up with something new and wonderful, you get to know Cavaliers. Well, now, Christmas is practically upon us, and if you haven't done all of your shopping, may I respectfully suggest a wonderful, wonderful gift idea. Some people that I know, lucky people, will get Christmas cartons like this of Cavaliers, and some people will get the cherry red humidor tin like this. And this thing, by the way, holds 100 king-size Cavaliers. No other cigarettes come packaged in this handy way with a tight-fitting lever top to keep in the flavor and the freshness. And, of course, you'll get a real break, too, on the packaging department because these special Cavalier packages don't need any extra fancy wrapping or anything. Look at here. You see, there's even a little gift card printed right on the carton cover. Now, the nice thing about giving Cavaliers is that everyone is so delighted to get them. You just can't go wrong when you get these popular cigarettes because folks know that Cavaliers give them an extra measure of both sides of smoking pleasure. Mildness to feel, flavor to taste. That is a Cavalier. Okay, panel, how about it? You all set to play I've Got a Secret?
Yeah.
Let's have at it then. Will you, our first contestants, come in, please? How do you do? Let's all pull in nice and close to each other, and we'll find out what your names are, please, and where you are from.
We are Mr. and Mrs. Louis Plotkin from Bronx, New York.
Mr. and Mrs. Plotkin from the Bronx in New York. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Plotkin, here's how we play the game. Each of the panelists will get 15 seconds of actual questioning time. At the end of that time, he will hear this sound. I will pay you $10 and turn the game over to the next questioner. Twice around the panel for a total loss of $80, and the game is over. Now then, we know what the rules are. Let's find out what your secret is. Will you whisper to me, please, both of you? All right. Thanksgiving secret. To help classify their secret panel, I'll tell you it concerns something that they did, and Bill Cullen will start at your end tonight.
This thing, Mr. and Mrs. Plotkin, that you did you do it together?
Well, yes, sir.
Yes.
Is there an object of some kind involved in this thing that you did?
Object? There's an object involved, yes. Mm-hmm.
You said a Thanksgiving secret, Gary. Is this, did you have this thing around your house last Thanksgiving time?
Yes.
Yes?
Did lots of other people have one of these things around their house last Thanksgiving time?
No.
Oh, I think quite a few people did. I had one around my house last Thanksgiving time.
Will lots of people have these things around their house this Thanksgiving time?
Yes.
Yes? Mm-hmm.
Is this the kind of thing you could stuff for any reason at all?
No, you couldn't. All right, there's $10, $20 down. By the way, I forgot to tell you, this first secret is so easy, we were going to charge, only going to go through once, and we're going to charge you $20 each time. All right, so it's $20 down and $60 to go, and Jane Meadows, you're up.
May I assume that this thing is not alive?
That's true, it's not alive.
Would it help me to know what it is made of?
Mm-hmm. Well, what's it made of? I think it's, yes.
Oh, it's made of paper.
Oh! What did he say?
What?
Didn't hear nothing. It's that thing.
that,
It's
sir.
that thing.
Did you say metal? Sounded like that.
Metal?
Yes.
No, not metal.
Wood?
Metal.
Would it be made of wood?
Not really wood.
A wood product, paper?
Pardon?
Would it be made of a wood product, such as paper?
Yes. All right, we have $40 down to you and $40 to go. So, Henry, you're up.
You had something around your house last Thanksgiving which some people had something and it was made of paper.
That's
and something happened. It's pretty exciting. Was it printing on the paper?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have this thing all year long?
Yeah, a very long time.
They had it all last year and for some time before that.
It's connected with Thanksgiving?
Not necessarily. In their particular case, it happens.
You said it was a Thanksgiving secret, is why I...
Well, it gives them something to be thankful for. There's something
Is
to
this
be
a
thankful for. Yes, Henry?
See, I don't know. Is it utilitarian?
Utilitarian? It serves...
Oh, listen, were they married on Thanksgiving?
No. And if they were, it would be immaterial.
Is this...
All right. Faye, you are the last one. There's $60 down, only 20 to go.
But it is a wedding license.
No.
Marriage license?
No.
Is it a birth certificate?
No.
Oh, well, I missed altogether. I was sure it was that. Let's see. The printing on the paper, is it issued by some government or state, federal, or local government?
No.
Is it money?
Faye is on.
Thank you, Jane. Is it money?
Shame on you.
Sorry, thanks.
That's all right. Is it money?
No, it is not money. Although, let's say that it represents money.
Is it like a bond? Or a savings bond? Or a...
No.
Is it a prayer printed?
No, I've known people to pray over them. There goes our last $20. Mr. Plotkin, will you tell the panel what your secret is?
We paid off our mortgage today.
Today they paid off the mortgage on their house. And not only, Mr. Plotkin and Mrs. Plotkin, did I have one around my house last Thanksgiving, I got one around my house this Thanksgiving, and it's going to be around for many Thanksgivings to come. Now, we have here, from the bank itself, the mortgage. Would you like to have the pleasure of tearing this up, sir?
Certainly.
After 27 years. Imagine what this means. 27 years. And, Mr. and Mrs. Plotkin, I have a small secret for you, too. Do you remember yesterday that a man came to your house who's from the bank, and he said that he pretended not to know that the mortgage was paid off?
That's right.
He said he wanted to look around and evaluate the property. He was really a spy that we sent out.
Oh, really?
And he went around, looked around your house. We wanted to give you something for this newly owned home of yours. And we told him to look around and see what he thought you might be able to use. And he tells me that you could use a brand new icebox. Is that true?
Right.
Well, we got in touch with the International Harvester Company, and they are sending you a brand new 12-cubic-foot deluxe model refrigerator from the International Harvester Company in Vermont. Thanks so much, and much luck. Happy holidays to you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving, Mrs. Jackson. Well, now, panel, for this next secret, we have a slight departure from the normal. Tonight, I've got a secret. I've got a secret, and I'm going to pay myself money. And I will whisper it to myself and reveal it at the same time to the audience at home.
Nobody.
Okay? All right, now to help classify my secret, I will tell you, remember the turkey that you saw at the very beginning of the show? This concerns that turkey and some plans that I have for him. And we'll start only once around the panel on this. This should be easy. It'll cost you $20. And Faye Emerson, we'll start with you, dear girl.
You're not going to do that to that turkey, Gary.
I'm not going to do what to that turkey? I might just be doing that. Do what?
In the first place, you couldn't do it. I just know you couldn't do it. And everybody who knows you couldn't kill that turkey.
I'm going to kill it.
You're not going to kill the turkey?
No, Faye,
I feel much better. You're not...
Well, there's $20 down and $60 to go. We go to Bill Cullen.
Is this turkey going to have you for Thanksgiving dinner?
I got news for you. He almost did. I had some corn in my hand to make him hold still, and I ran out of corn, so I started eating ham.
Are you going to do something to this turkey that one does not ordinarily do to a turkey around Thanksgiving?
That's very true.
Are you going to give it asylum or sanctuary or whatever you can give a turkey? Are you going to adopt him as a pet?
Well, we're getting to a point now where I can't answer any questions, so I'm going to forfeit the entire $80 to myself. Now, the way the secret was revealed was that I am going to serve that turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. And I intend to do just that. I'm going to serve that turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. Here's the table. We had to work fast. Here's the Thanksgiving dinner for the turkey, and I'm going to serve him Thanksgiving dinner. Now, we figure that there's so many millions of turkeys who are giving their lives for this great holiday tomorrow that we might at least pick out one turkey. We got in touch with Mr. Perry Browning, who runs a turkey farm that's world famous. As a matter of fact, Mr. Browning was the one who furnishes the turkeys for the White House Thanksgiving. Mr. Browning had this particular bird, a 40-pound gobbler, flown up here, and we are giving it sanctuary not only tomorrow. Get your feet off the plate. The table manners like an NBC man. We are giving this bird sanctuary to this extent. Up in Stamford, Connecticut, they have a wonderful children's zoo where they exhibit animals, farm animals, things like a turkey, and kids are the curators of this zoo, and they take charge of the animals. I want you to meet two young folks who are junior curators from the Stanford Museum. Come on in, kids. What's your name? Your name is Rochelle, and your name is?
Morton.
Morton. And they have a little note for me from the Mr. Ernest Ludi, the director, and he says this is to certify that the turkey to be donated is to be donated to the Children's Zoo of the Stanford Museum, will not be killed, eaten, sold, given away for these purposes or otherwise disposed of, but will be permitted to live out its natural life as a live exhibit in the Stanford Live Museum. The kids, there you are. Thank you very much. By the way, we also have for those two youngsters, I forgot to tell them, tomorrow, is a great Macy Thanksgiving Day parade, and Macy's has given us 2 tickets for those youngsters in the grandstand, and those are impossible to get hold of, but we have them for those 2 youngsters. Now, in just a moment, we will have our big secret of the night, but let's talk about Cavaliers. And in talking about Cavaliers tonight, I'd like to try to answer a question that is frequently asked of me. Many people ask me, isn't it true that all cigarettes are alike? And only the advertising is different. Now, the answer to that is definitely no. Each company has a secret formula for each brand of cigarette that they make. And this is also true of Cavaliers. I like to be honest with you. Tonight, I thought I might tell you what our secret formula is. What is the secret ingredient that gives Cavaliers that little extra something? Here is our formula. All things, as you know, break down into atoms. Our Cavalier formula has 3 atoms. This is what gives Cavalier that extra special something. There's 1, 2 atoms, and the 3rd atom. Now then, to those 3 atoms, we add a derivative of nuclear energy. A derivative of nuclear energy. Then we divide the ratio of gravity by the ratio of velocity. The ratio of gravity to the ratio of the velocity, and that is our secret ingredient. And besides all what I just said, they taste just wonderful, so go buy some Cavaliers and smoke them, huh? All right, now we have our next contestant. Douglas, are you there? Douglas, will you come in? Oh, Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hi.
What's that you got in your hand?
There's another picture.
Another present for me?
Yes.
He's given me 3 presents tonight, a lovely picture that he just painted. Well, thank you, Douglas. I'll look at that a little later on. I want to find out, first of all, what your name is.
Douglas Bradley.
Douglas Bradley. Where you go to school, Douglas Bradley?
Washington and Union, New Jersey.
Washington Public School in Union, New Jersey. And Doug has a secret, and he's going to whisper it to me right now. All right. Our panel is concerned something that Douglas is going to do with his classmates. And we'll start with Henry Morgan.
Oh, are they here?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Gonna sing?
No.
Gonna recite?
Well, they're going to sing a little bit, and they're going to recite a little bit, too. But that's
Gonna
not
do a play?
Jeepers, you knocked it off immediately. Yes, you're going to do a play. Well, for heaven's sake.
What are they gonna do?
You didn't win much money, did you?
No.
Well, I tell you what, you're going to have a lot
I'm
of fun,
sorry.
though.
I'll make it. What can I do?
All you can do is sit back and enjoy, and you are going to. I'll tell you, I have seen this play 3 times, and I love it better every time. And Douglas, you're the announcer on this, aren't you?
Yes.
And you put this play on out at school? Have you put it on yet out at the school?
Yes.
Uh-huh. How long ago?
Today.
Oh, just today, huh?
Yes.
That's how come everybody remembers their lines so well. All right, now this is a special Thanksgiving play given by the students of the 1st grade of the Washington Public School at Union, New Jersey, and Douglas is their announcer. So, Douglas, will you go out, stand out in the middle now. Let's go around this way. That's the boy. Stand out and say your words nice and loud. Huh?
We are going to have a Thanksgiving play.
Now the actors come. That's about as straightforward an announcement as you're ever going to hear on television. Now, Mom, back on the line, remember? That's it. Okay, kids, all your chairs in a row. Now, I have to come in and help set the scene here before the play starts. Mom, you sit over here, don't you? That's right. Just sit down there. Now, I have to explain to you what this scene is. Now, this is a family group. This old lady over here, she is Mom. And this old gentleman over here, he's Pop. Is that right? You're Pop. And these are all of their children. See? And they've just finished their Thanksgiving dinner, and they're all gathered around the hearth. And Pop has just finished reading a Thanksgiving story to the whole family. And Dad speaks.
And that is the story of the first Thanksgiving. Wow, would I love to go to a 3-day party like that. Oh, that good food. I love to eat. All you think about is your stomach. Yes, but I love to eat. Imagine all those turkeys. Maybe I could have 6 drumsticks. You're selfish, John. All you think about is your stomach. If you want to listen to the story of Daddy read, you'll be thinking of potions or fruits or maybe there were tables and tables of food. More than enough for everyone. Maybe the Indian children would be too shy to eat. I could eat their share. I love to eat. The idea wasn't to see who could eat the most, but to gather together and thank God for the good harvest. The Pilgrims, you know, came to this country with few supplies. They were strangers. Not many of them were good farmers. They were eating very little until the autumn after the crops were stored away. The story of the first Thanksgiving should remind you of the many things about you for which you should be thankful. I'm thankful for my toys. I'm thankful for my new clothes. I'm thankful for rice cream cabinet. The doorbell, I must run and take off my apron. I'll answer the doorbell as soon as I get on my jacket.
Well, now comes a dream sequence. The children dream they see Indians. Here come all the Indians. Now comes the war dance. There go the Indians. Now, the other part of the dream sequence, the children dream they see the pilgrim ladies come. And here are all the pilgrim ladies.
There is so much to be done. Father has appointed us to make all the pies and puddings for the gathering with the Indians next week. We must get all the squash and pumpkins we can find and make ready. Our family's preparing to climb out for the feast. Many of our friends could not live through the winter. There are not many of us left this year. Everyone's so busy. I heard Father say that the Indians will now hunt to win me to the feast. A party of our hunters are out now. I shoot as many turkeys as they can find. Father, we thank thee for the night and for the present morning light, for rectitude and loving care, and for the make the world so fair.
And now here come Mother and Father again, and the neighbors as visiting.
Good evening, children. Good evening.
These are the visiting neighbors.
We have been reading and talking about the first Thanksgiving. Goodness, important to know how the courageous settlers contributed to making our country great. Our history is a great one, and the children should appreciate it. However, I feel I should learn to live with others and be good neighbors to all. That's the spirit of Thanksgiving, too. It is almost bedtime, children, but before you go, how about singing some of the Thanksgiving songs you know?
Now, this is the ensemble. All the little pilgrim ladies and all the Indians come in for the grand finale. There's one Indian there with a cold chest.
Gobble, 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 says the turkey, big and fat. Gobble, 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 I want food and that. Mr. Duck went to call Mr. Turkey, and he walked with a wobble, wobble, wobble. Mr. said, how do you do to Mr. Turkey? Mr. Turkey said, gobble, gobble, gobble. Mr. Duck then answered, quack, 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 and turned around to go right back. Mr. Turkey said, I'll go with you. And he looked so very queer, those two. Mr. Truck was walking, wobble, wobble, wobble. Mr. Turkey talking, gobble, gobble, gobble. Good night, children. The songs were nice. The songs were lovely. Good night. Dream about Thanksgiving. Good night. I'll be up in a minute to hear your prayers. Good night, everyone. Think about how lucky we are. There's so many things we should be thankful for. I love to eat.
Very good.
Well, Liz. Wonderful, kid. Isn't that great? I love to eat. Good ear. I like the little one, second from the end. And the pilgrims who stepped forward and said, I tell you what you read out. She knew what she was saying. I didn't know what she was saying. This has been a delightful experience. I want you to meet the lady who is responsible for this, the loving and patient first school teacher of Washington Public School in Union, New Jersey. This is Miss Irene Macy, who is the writer and the director of this opus. And sitting next to Miss Macy is a remarkable young man who played the piano accompaniment. His name is Alan Cooper, and he is in the 8th grade. Alan, there you are. Mr. Holland here, I want you to meet the principal of the school, too. Here's Mr. Holland. Mr. Holland, come on out. Thank you, sir. Come on. And youngsters, I'm sure you can still hear me out there. We have a little surprise for you. The youngsters all came down here in a big chartered bus. And Macy's Toy City has sent down a gift for each one of these youngsters. And Miss Macy, you'll find them on the bus so that they'll have something to keep them from tearing each other's hair out when they go home. Huh? Huh? Good. Oh, they'll sleep going home, all right. That's for true. Does that carry you back?
Oh.
I can remember my first public appearance was just about that age, and I can still remember. I sang, you know I am a brownie. I come on Halloween. My home is in the oak tree above the leaves so green. I scamper, scamper, scamper till wild birds and squirrelies play. I work until I hear the birdies peep, and then I know 'tis day.
You ain't good.
How did I remember that? We'll be back to say goodnight to you in a few minutes. Meanwhile, may I say that no matter how many words are spoken and written about cigarettes, there's only one really good way that you can judge a cigarette for yourself, and that is this way.
Light up. Ah. Feel that mildness. Taste that flavor. That's a Cavalier.
You know, this is the first cigarette I've ever found whose smoke feels so mild and tastes so good.
No wonder when thousands of smokers compared Cavaliers with the cigarette they'd been smoking, 8 out of 10 interviewed said Cavaliers are milder. Don't miss king-size Cavaliers.
Well, panel, yours was more a spectator's role tonight, I'm afraid, than a panelist's role, but I'm sure you didn't mind us asking you to take a back seat for the first grade kids. And so until next week at this same time, when we'll give the panel a harder workout, this will be Gary Moore saying bye-bye for the whole gang. Be very kind to each other, will you? Goodbye out there.
I've Got a Secret is brought to you each week at this time by Cavalier, America's great new king-size cigarette. Transportation for I've Got a Secret is arranged through United Airlines, the nation's fastest airline, flying DC-7 mainliners from coast to coast in less than 8 hours.
This Christmas, for the first time, you can give smokers a filter cigarette that's fun to smoke. Give them new Winston, the easy-drawing filter cigarette. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Get easy-drawing Winstons in the Christmas carton with attractive greeting card at your dealers now.
This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production. This is John Cannon speaking.
Are you watching, you little rascals?
Oh, it's fun, isn't it?
And who subscribes to it?
Go on, push the button.
Think of the fun you could have on
The tube.
the tube.
You. Tube.
Tube.
TV tubes.
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's going to be a lot more fun
If you keep going the way you're going. Go on, push the button.
Please subscribe.
I hope they're watching.